I know you're gonna dig this.
They'll throw to second for one, and now they got the man trapped at third and tagging out. And 2nd and 2, handoff goes to McCaffrey up the middle, finds a little room, lot more room, and he's off to the races.
Welcome to the In the Zone Sports Talk Radio Network. You're listening to the Just Us Sports Talk Show with your host, Kate Diggs from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the small city with the large heart, and co-host Dana the Hater Clark from St. Petersburg, Florida. Also co-hosting Murray E. Baskerville from Gotta Be More Careful, Baltimore, Maryland. These are your hosts, bringing you the ultimate in sports news for the ultimate sports fan. Be sure to download the Try 99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support. Now sit back and prepare to get into another episode of the Just Us Sports Talk Show.
I know you're gonna dig this.
They'll throw to second for one, and now they got the man trapped at third and tagging out. And 2nd and
I am again. I'm forgetting. I'm mute myself. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you had a good New Year's. Hope you had a good Christmas. Santa Claus is good to me. That's all I got to say. Yeah, I got a hoodie.
Something else to say to me. You got something else to say to me.
I got a hoodie. Happy New Year's.
And
happy birthday to Mo.
Thank you. Right. Everybody celebrated me yesterday. Thank you for everybody who celebrated me.
All right. So, man, let's get weekend was good. Sports was great. Sports was good. It was great. It was so good. It was just so good. I had all kind of gifts given to me this weekend. Thursday, our Browns clinched the wild card. They're 11-5. And my prediction was, Mo. Go ahead, you can say it.
The Cleveland Browns will make the playoffs.
My prediction, number-wise, what was my prediction?
Your prediction was predicted all four of the AFC teams.
I did do that.
And I told you which one would not, right?
You said why would be Cincinnati, but you still. What was my prediction?
I don't know.
I was 12-5.
Oh, okay. Y'all still got to win one more.
12-5. And my Rams were in the playoffs, right? My prediction was 10-7.
Okay.
They in the playoffs.
Okay. And my prediction is the Steelers win the playoff game this year. We got a chance.
I keep the receipts.
Rudolph, the red-nosed Steeler.
You kept this is your paper.
Mm-hmm.
You said they go 12-5. You said they go 12-5.
Oh, for the Steelers? Yeah. They should have. Think about it. If they would have won those 2 games versus 2-10 teams.
They should have? Okay.
But they didn't.
Dana. 13-4 ain't happening.
For the Dolphins?
Ain't happening at all.
For the Dolphins?
Yeah, ain't happening at all. So I just want to throw that out to you guys. What the predictions was. And again, if you don't know, after the last week of football, which was there's no Monday Night Football, so we will be going to 7-9 until August. Till the beginning of September when football starts again. We'll be 7-9 every Monday. From looking at my basketball schedule, we should be good through the month of January and also in February. We're probably not gonna make the playoffs, so we should be we should be good as far as
Put it on the board. He is saying his girls. Girls and boys this time, right?
It's girls. I got girls still.
Girls, JB.
I don't think I would ever want to coach boys, to be honest with you. Because even at 7th and 8th graders, they think they know how to play basketball. They keep watching Steph Curry, who's making millions and millions and millions of dollars shoot threes, and they swear up and down.
I'm Steph Curry.
They can do that. My high school team had a game this weekend. They lost by 6 points. Listen to this: 19 of 48 at the free throw line and lose by 6. Tell me about it.
Oof. I thought you were gonna say 19 of 48 from from the free throw line.
From the free throw line.
Did they do hack and shit?
I don't know what they were doing, but you shoot if you shoot 48 free throws in a high school game and you still lose, that's not good.
Yeah.
I ain't calling them out, but it is what it is. I love my high school. I ride and die for them, black and gray all day, especially on Saturdays and Sundays. But some things you just need to work on. You got to work on. So waiting on other guys to come in. I think Matthew is supposed to be coming in. I don't know where Dana is.
Yep, I'm in.
Okay, we got Matthew here. Good. Matthew, good to see you. Happy New Year, Matthew.
Dana gave his welcome that he was gonna be late.
He did?
Hey, yeah, he did.
You sure he did that? Let me go look again.
Really?
Oh, I I just saw it. 6:57.
Hey, he was early.
6:57.
And I just want to say thank you for the host with the most. Thank you for this mug. That's so beautiful. He's so beautiful.
And you know what the thing about it is, right? I was trying to find a picture of you. I was looking on your Facebook page. I said, I just can't find one. I said, well, let me grab this one up. So I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you, all the hard work you do. Since I can't pay you, I'm out to give you nice gifts.
Next time you can send me $20. I take $20 at this point.
I am running a little late still at work. Things always got excuse.
Hey man, leave our co-host alone.
I love him.
When he comes though, he brings that fire.
He better bring some type
Miami fire.
After that butt whooping Miami got yesterday, my brother told me on Thursday, he said, we're going to fire them up. He said, they forget about that game last year where they came in and smacked us around. He said, we got some. He said, and you know what? He said, Tua won't lead the game. He's gonna get hurt in the game at some point in time. And so he got hurt like latter part of the game where he actually shouldn't have been in. He shouldn't have been in, and Chubb shouldn't have been in either in that game because it wasn't coming back. And this is where I think the ego of the coaches sometimes get the best of them. When you down 48 to whatever in the fourth quarter, why you still got your starters in the game is beyond me. It doesn't make sense. That's not a good
score 35 in the last fourth quarter.
Who did?
When they played Baltimore last time, did they score like 35 points?
That wasn't happening this time. I didn't get that feeling this time. But again, you have to sit your starters. Actually, that could cost them a home. That could cost them home field. If they lose, they don't get the home field. They drop down from a 2 seed to 6 seed, maybe 6. They could be a 6 seed, I think. But anyways, that's the part that kills me, man. We got so much to talk about right now.
We need them to be Buffalo.
I don't even know where to start. Let's start with
We'll start with Seattle. We can start in Seattle. I had a great time.
There's no. Let me see what we got up here.
Wait a minute. What is Matthew's team?
What is Matthew's team?
Seattle Seahawks.
I know.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we go, so tell us about your trip. I need to, first of all right, Matthew, you know that Mo went to Seattle to that game, right? And we just knew that Seattle was going to take care of business up there. And then after I figured out what I needed done, I needed Pittsburgh to win that game. In order for the Rams to still seal that playoff spot. So tell me what it was like up there, man. You know, you being still a fan in Seattle.
Right. So first of all, when you go to Seattle, you gotta go. We ain't talking about the game yet. You gotta go to the fish market.
You gotta go to the fish market.
That's amazing. I'll post some pictures on our because I got one where fish is right in the face. Got thrown right in the face. Almost caught it right here. It was pretty terrible.
It's pretty terrible.
But seriously though, it was so many on Saturday. It was amazing.
How was the weather, man?
It was raining on Saturday. On Sunday it was beautiful. It was like 40 degrees, maybe like 46 degrees. I think. It was a beautiful Sunday day.
When did you know that Pittsburgh was gonna win that game?
After the Herbert sack that happened right on our side. We were sitting right in the end zone, right to the right of the end zone. So right beneath the 12 flag. So got to see what you call it. What's his name? Julio Rodriguez raised the 12 flag. That was pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it was an amazing experience. When they say it's loud in there, it's loud in that stadium. It's crazy loud. But we were still 1/3 of that stadium.
And see, that's crazy, but you know, and this probably probably going off topic with this, but this is what I try to tell people all the time, and I'm gonna say this: the Raiders, the Steelers, the Cowboys, and I gotta say maybe the Bears
Patriots.
are the most
Patriots.
No, I ain't gonna say the Patriots.
Okay,
I'm gonna put the Patriots on it for a reason, but I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna put them on for a reason. I'm gonna put the Dallas Cowboys on it for a reason, right? But they have the most traveled fans in the world, and what people don't really understand is that, you know, everybody lived on the East Coast, and then you got people that moved out of the West Coast, and they still kept their teams. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you see a lot. To me, I think Pittsburgh fans follow them more than any other team in the NFL. And to be perfectly honest with you, when the Rams play at home and they play Pittsburgh, you gotta go to a silent count at home. That is crazy. That just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That makes no sense at all. No sense at all. But I'm gonna throw Dallas in there. I'm gonna throw the Patriots in there. But I'm gonna say this about Dallas. I think Dallas has a lot of fair weather fans that follow them because they were winners. And if you talk to, you know, I haven't talked to, I don't know anybody that's a Dallas Cowboy fan, like young person, like in the 30s. I don't really know nobody. You know, everybody I know is about my age, that was around when they won the Super Bowls, but not like diehard Cowboy fans. You know what I'm saying? That's younger. You know, they're to me they're an older generation team. But I think a lot about the Dallas Cowboys is because they were winners is why a lot of people like Dallas Cowboys. They were always in the mix when I was growing up as a kid. They was always in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl. So you grew up watching them. You grew up watching Baltimore. You grew up watching Dallas, the Jets, the Browns, the Rams, the Raiders. Sometimes you might have saw the Dolphins.
You're not gonna say the Steelers.
Didn't I say Steelers?
No, you didn't.
You didn't.
I'm sorry. No, you didn't. The Steelers. Minnesota was a
ABC had the AFC and the AFC. Yes, had the that's before Fox came in. That's before ABC came in.
You're right, because ABC carried the Monday night game only.
Monday Night Football.
Yep, you're right. You're right. So and that's where I kind of, and like the Patriots wasn't that good. They just became good since Tom Brady got there. So it's funny if you live down in Pennsylvania and you tell me you're a Patriots fan, I'm like, yo, stop. I got a dude I work with right now as a Patriots fan. He can't even tell me who the running back is. I'm like, yo, stop. You're not a fan. Just because they was winners, you want to jump on the bandwagon. So I think that there's a lot of bandwagon Patriot fans, and there's a lot of bandwagon Dallas fans. Now I'm gonna tell you another team surprising follows well with the 49ers.
Oh yeah.
That's a team that's a team that follows really well around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you had a great time out there. You guys did me a favor by beating Seattle. And so that gave the Rams in the playoffs. And the thing about it is that you're talking to the analysts and things like that, and they're saying the two teams nobody wants to meet are the Browns or the Rams because of the running game that the Rams have, and because of and somebody did say the Steelers if the Steelers get in, but the Steelers not getting in. They need too much to happen.
We need one thing. A lot better than last year.
They needed the snow on one side of the street and not on the other in order to get in the playoffs.
You just lucky to be. You lucky that
y'all already.
That Bears game, y'all should have lost that Bears game.
Man, it's a couple games we should have lost, but like the game, like I'm gonna tell you, like my brother's, he's a Raven fan, right? And we go back and forth. I said, yo, we coming down the bone. We're gonna tear that behind up. I said, we did it once before. He said, that's a different team. I said, no, it ain't. It's the same team. I said, now the backfield is all messed up. The safeties and the corners is all out and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a different challenge for them going forward if them guys don't get healthy. But I said to him, I said, yo, don't sit there and tell me that was luck that we beat y'all in Baltimore. That wasn't luck. I said, we played y'all in Cleveland, and the quarterback found out he was starting when he walked in the door that day. They was like, yo, guess what? You're starting today. And y'all took full advantage of him, and y'all won the game. But you saw what happened when we came back, and we did our thing. With the Rams, I'm really curious to see if they play Detroit. That would be the ultimate thing going on. The two quarterbacks to get drafted for each other, play against each other in the playoffs. That would be something. I would love to see that. I would, and you know what though? I wouldn't be mad if Detroit won. I really wouldn't be mad if Detroit won. All right. So
we gotta talk about that too.
We gotta talk about that too.
So speaking of, you just made me lose my train of thought. Speaking of Detroit, come on. My wife said to me, she said, babe, what happened? I said, they got cheated. And she said, well, tell me what happened. I said, well, what happened was the guys came, the two dudes that were standing next to him was telling him that there was eligible receivers. Number 70 came in like he was talking to him as well, and he wasn't an eligible receiver. I said, but, and this is a story I'm telling her after, the story I told her prior to hearing about everything else. I said, they're supposed to report in as the eligible receiver. I said, usually they tell you, you hear it on the mic, 68 is eligible. And we as fans hear it. I said, it's weird that we never heard. Now, I'm going to say this. I never heard them say it.
I heard it.
You heard him say it? I didn't.
Yes.
Not the last one.
Yes.
I didn't hear that.
He said 70 is eligible.
He said 70 is eligible.
Right. But I'm getting back to, I said, I didn't hear him say that. I saw him go over to them and say, they do like this, right? So my thing is like the Cowboys. I'm looking at him like, okay, if 70 is a guard, how is he eligible? That doesn't make sense to me. That's not making any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So the referee assumes that's what he did. Just come out and say, yo, I made a mistake. I assumed that 70 was eligible. And the thing about it is they said if he was doing it all game long and he's lined up on the outside on the line of scrimmage, wide receivers off, and he lines on the inside, why not throw the flag then before the play started, or then you throw it afterwards? You know what I'm saying? Because now you're saying he's eligible, but 70 never went and said anything to him.
But
68 is 60.
But okay.
Let me clarify this.
Because I saw the whole thing.
I saw it too.
The whole thing. Okay. So let's talk about it step by step.
Okay. So step by step. The referee standing there.
Nope, that ain't the first step.
Nope, that ain't the first step.
What's the first step?
The first step is Jared goes to Taylor Decker and says, "You need to go report. You need to go referee."
Go to the referee.
Okay, yeah, he did that.
Decker goes to the referee with another offensive lineman.
Right.
Then 70 runs on the field.
Doesn't
run to him because the referee runs off by the time that he comes. The other two have talked to him. And then he announces 70 is eligible.
I didn't hear that. I did not hear him say eligible.
I heard it. I heard him say number 7 is eligible.
Matthew, did you watch the game?
Yes, I watched the game.
Did you hear him say 70 was eligible?
I believe I did, but it wasn't like a clear. Like it was like I have strong hearing, so I believe I heard it lightly, but not like loud enough to where everyone else around the country could hear.
See, that's what I'm saying. Usually,
I was reading lips.
I wasn't listening, but I heard it.
Reason, I always hear it. Yeah, usually I hear it. Like I said to my wife, I said, usually you hear it. He'll say it on his mic, and we'll hear it at home. That this guy's. I said, but I didn't hear him say it. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't think it was that big of a deal until after the play was over. So my whole thing is this right here. Like Ryan Clark said, this could cause people to lose their jobs. Coaches lose their jobs. Players lose money. Because you change the whole dynamic of the playoffs now. Because I said to her, I said to Leslie, I said to my wife, I said, after Dallas won, I said the Eagles are gonna lose tomorrow. She's like, well, I said they're gonna lose tomorrow. She said, who they play? I said they're playing the Cardinals. I said they should win by 14 points at least. I said, but they're gonna lose tomorrow. She said, well, I said because Dallas won. Go ahead, Mo.
You know the Cardinals. Defeated in Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh West, baby.
So she's like, what do you mean? I said, because now that gives Dallas an end on winning the division. I said, the problem with Dallas is 3-5 on the road. They can't win on the road. They can win at home. I said, but they can't win on the road. I said, so that gives them, I said, they'll be at home and all the way to the NFC Championship game against 49ers if 49ers doesn't lose. I said, so that gives them an inside track on getting there. I said, Dallas didn't cheat. The referee made a bad call.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, I think that referees should be, again, I think referees should be held accountable. Okay, great, Mo.
Yeah, he is because he and his crew are not going to be in the playoffs now.
And to me, that's minute for real, because he's going to miss what? He's going to miss maybe 3, 4. He might miss 3 games at the most, money wise. And him being the head judge, but him being the head judge, I don't think he's gonna miss no meals with that money he's gonna miss. But I tell you what he's going to do though. But I'm gonna tell you what it's going to do though. It's going to make him pay more attention to what goes on. Now he's doing Baltimore's game this weekend, right? Okay, Baltimore and Pittsburgh game this weekend, which we know that pretty much.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
What?
He ain't doing our game.
Yes, he is. He is doing the game. He is doing the game.
Oh my God.
The more you know.
So he's doing.
They already put the fix in. Well, maybe they're gonna put the fix in for the Cowboys and the Steelers to make the Super Bowl. But he should have been in the Buffalo-Miami game.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Wishful thinking, but it's not going to happen. But the only thing I'm saying, and see, the whole thing about it is that the NFL don't want to accept the responsibility of them making a bad call, and just say I made a bad call. I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm human, and everybody be cool with it. But don't sit there and try to say that the Detroit Lions didn't do what they're supposed to do. And the thing about it is, if you listen to Dan Orlovsky, he says any trick play like that, they bring the referees into the locker room, show it to them on the board, explain to them what's going to happen, And so he said, so look out for that play. And I'm gonna tell you, it does happen because I remember our high school team had a play. We was playing, I think for districts. I think we was playing away, and the referees came in the locker room. He said, "We're gonna run this play. This is what we're gonna run. Is this play? Is this play eligible?" He said, "Yeah, this play's good." So they run the play, right? And we score a touchdown, and they throw a flag. And the coach goes, he goes off. I mean, he goes off, right? He said, "How are you gonna throw a flag when we just went over this play in the locker room? We told you what we we're gonna do, and you threw a flag." You know what I'm saying? We eventually end up winning the game, but I've seen it happen live. You know, so I'm just saying this. I apologize. I made a mistake, and move on. And then people are gonna say, "Well, no, it's your job to do it right." I don't do my job right every day. You know what I'm saying? But I don't cause nobody to not have a home field advantage either. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, though, is now this changed the dynamics of what's going to happen in NFC. The Eagles game against the Giants that's not a gimme no more. That's not a gimme. I'm sorry. Philadelphia is just going to look like they're going through the motions. And Mo, it was the Tennessee Titans the one year that won 11 and whatever, and then blew it in the playoffs. Then it was the Pittsburgh Steelers that did the same, and the Pittsburgh Steelers did the same thing.
11-0.
And now it looked like it's going to be the Eagles. So I don't know how you want to name this. What kind of name we can add to this thing? Titans.
We had injuries.
Titans, Eagles. Titans, Steelers, Eagles fall down.
Oh my
syndrome. Oh my syndrome. Oh, that's a good one. Oh my syndrome. That's what it's gonna call it. Oh my.
Because it sounds like lions.
Tigers, Bears.
Oh my.
Titans, Steelers, and Eagles.
Oh my. Oh my syndrome. I like that. I like that syndrome. I like that.
I don't know why I'm helping you with my Steelers in there. We lost two of our best linebackers.
Man, look, everybody got injuries.
I did say something about the game though. Devin Bush got hurt in that fourth game. We played 3 games in 13 days or something like that. And we lost our outside linebacker on budget. That's the year we started. We lost the playoffs. Devin Bush has 17 tackles for Seattle. He had 11 coming into that game. I was happy for the dude. I'm very happy for him. He actually. I'm happy for you, Devin Bush. Nahol Dazelle.
So the whole thing, right, is that this be accountable for it. And now they said that Roger Goodell has the power to overturn a win or loss on a call like that. You know he's never going to do that. He would never do that unless it's something blatant that happened. Like, for example, when the Rams played the Saints and they had that pass interference and they didn't call it, that's the call that the commissioner could have overturned. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that the game went overtime and Saints still had a chance to win and they didn't. They ended up losing. You know, like again with the Cowboys, if the 2-point conversion goes, now Dallas has enough time to get down and kick a field goal. They had 2 timeouts, I think.
23. Right? 2 timeouts.
Okay. And they got a field goal kicker that can kick easy 60 yards.
Yeah.
So they could have been put in a situation where they still had a chance to win the game. Right. But you want to put it in the hands of Dak Prescott to do that? I don't know. You know, it's one of those things. I don't know. I just don't know. But I think that the NFL needs they need to work on. And I think that could be a call. That right there could be. You can't challenge the call because everybody was where they're supposed to be. and it's just the referee messed it up. So you can't. I don't think you'll be able to overturn that call. It's just a mess up call on Detroit. But I think going forward with Detroit, and they got a home field on the first playoff game, whoever they play is going to be. They better be ready because they're coming out full force. I don't even think they're gonna kick an extra point. They're gonna go two every time. That's just how arrogant that coach is. I ain't mad at him for doing it. I mean, I love that. I mean, that right there, they already number 2 seed. So I mean, yeah, number 2 seed. So win or lose, it didn't really matter to them. For Detroit, but it mattered more for Cowboys than it did anybody else. So we're gonna see how this thing turns out. The Giants got to play the Eagles this weekend. The Cowboys got the Redskins, I think.
Well, like this. Think about if they actually. That game was in Dallas because of that.
It's what game?
If they give 2-3, because right now Dallas is 2 Detroit.
But okay, so let me look at something real quick.
San Francisco's first at 12.
Dallas is
right. Second at 11-5. Detroit is third at 11-5.
Okay, so if Detroit wins, they'll be 12-5.
If Dallas wins, that's 12-5. Dallas won the game.
Wins the tiebreak over Detroit based on head-to-head percentage. Wow.
Yeah. So if they have to play, that game is in Dallas. And they beat Detroit because it's in Dallas. That's like it's like the Justin James.
It's like the Justin
James catch that they called that was not a catch. I guess we had to go to New England.
We had to go to New England for that game.
And speaking of win tiebreakers, here we go. So in the AFC, we got Baltimore's number 1 seed, Miami's clinch, Kansas City clinch. Kansas City's weak. They're the weakest 2-16 team out there. I don't care what nobody say. Jacksonville's 9-7. They got to win. They'll be if they win, they're in. Cleveland's 11-5. If they win, I mean they already in the playoffs. Buffalo's 10-6. If they beat Miami, then they in. Miami moves to the 6th seed. Now here it is right here. Win tiebreaker over Pittsburgh based on head-to-head percentage. Division tiebreaker was initially used to eliminate Houston. Indianapolis wins a tiebreaker over Houston based on head-to-head win percentage. Texans win tiebreaker over Pittsburgh based on head-to-head win percentage. Pittsburgh's at number 9. So we were talking about this, and when I looked at it, I was like, okay, if Buffalo gets in, regardless if they win or lose.
No.
But if Buffalo,
no.
If Buffalo wins, if Buffalo wins, they're in.
Yes, if Buffalo wins, they're in.
They're number 2 if they win.
But Buffalo will be 10. Buffalo will be 10-7.
They'll be 11-6 if they win.
Yeah. But see, they don't have. But see, this is the thing with Pittsburgh. They don't have any tiebreakers over here for them.
Yes, we do.
And maybe
we have the tiebreaker for Buffalo.
We have the tiebreaker for Buffalo.
I'm looking, but I'm saying I don't see that in here. I don't see the tiebreaker for Buffalo in here.
It's the
maybe
conference.
Because Buffalo's already.
It's the conference.
Maybe because Buffalo's 10-6. No, I'm looking at the NFL playoff standings.
Because we're 9-7 and they're
10-6.
And that might be the reason why. That's why they sit at 9.
Even though we have the same conference.
Even though we have the same conference.
We still have those tiebreak over Buffalo.
So you look at the winner between the Colts and the Texans.
We'll get in.
We'll get in.
Or they could be 6.
Or they could be.
But see, that's not making no sense though. That's not making any sense though, because if let's say Miami wins, they're 11-6. Yes. They got the same record.
No, they'll be 12-5.
They'll be 12-5.
Who?
Miami's 11-5. They'll be 12.
Miami's 11-5. They'll be 12.
No, but I'm saying if Buffalo beats Miami, they'll be 11-6.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. But but then Miami moves down from the 2nd to the 6th.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So Buffalo's in, Miami's in. So if Houston If Houston or
Houston beat Indianapolis. Let me give it to you. Let me give it to you. Baltimore's already in.
Baltimore's already in.
Miami could be 2 or they could be 6.
Right.
Number 3 is going to be
Kansas City.
But they can still drop if they lose. And then Buffalo gets in. They can still drop to 4. Now, well, actually, they'll still be. Yeah, they'll be 3 no matter what. It could be 2 though. If Miami loses, I think they're going to get Buffalo. Because they beat Buffalo.
Who? Kansas City?
Yeah, did they beat Buffalo?
No, Kansas City can't do nothing better than be 3 seed.
Okay, then let's leave it alone. That's where everything comes in. Jacksonville, Indianapolis, and Houston are all tied at 9-7.
Right.
Jacksonville wins. They get the division.
Right.
They become number 4. They lose. Houston or the Indianapolis division.
Right. Jacksonville's not losing Carolina.
Okay. Carolina just beat
They're not beating Jacksonville.
And you know the Carolina owner.
And we will talk about his dumb self too, throwing bear on somebody. Yo,
but
the
Texans tie.
That's not gonna happen.
It could happen. I'm just saying. I'm giving you all the scenarios.
Mo, I know you give me the if and buts and maybes, but I'm telling you right now.
I'm giving you all the scenarios. The only scenario that sucks is we lose the Baltimore. If we lose the Baltimore, we're out.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna say this: if you beat Baltimore and Buffalo loses, then you're in and Buffalo's out, right?
Well, yes. If we win and Buffalo loses, Buffalo's out.
So that means if Jacksonville wins, they're in, right?
Yes.
So then if the coach, but see. The Buffalo's
Jacksonville,
out.
One of them is going to be in. Whoever wins the games can be in.
So yeah, between the Colts and Houston, one
of
them
can be 4 or 7.
They can be 4 or 7.
Okay. It's not Mo. You got my head hurting right now. It's not going to happen.
Hey, bro. We just got to beat Baltimore.
We got to watch football on Sunday.
Yeah. You're not going. It's not going to.
I just don't understand why we're playing.
Well, was that a Saturday game from the very beginning?
No, the NFL.
So they made this a Saturday game prior to
this
weekend.
After the weekend. Like I think Monday they started making the game. I thought the game was going to be on a Sunday. But they moved it to Saturday. So we are, I think the late game on Sunday makes sense.
Yeah. So okay. So basically, Pittsburgh sits home. If Pittsburgh wins, they got a possibility.
Yes.
Houston and Indianapolis plays at 8:15. Jacksonville played Tennessee. I thought they played Carolina. Who plays Canton? Who played Carolina?
Let me pull up the
Tampa Bay.
Let me pull up the schedule.
Oh, Tampa Bay plays Carolina. Jacksonville at Tennessee.
Yep, at Tennessee, baby.
Ooh.
That's much better than Carolina.
Yeah, it is. I thought they played Carolina for some reason.
Tampa Bay plays Carolina.
Buffalo. Yo, they better not let this happen. That's what I got to say. NFL better not let this happen.
It would be funny if Washington
beat Dallas.
Yeah, that would be. And that's in Washington. That's in Washington.
Yeah.
The Rams will probably beat San Francisco because they're gonna set everybody. So, but the Rams are already they're there. They can go. Yeah, they do.
I don't think they do.
They got locked up once when Philly lost to Arizona. Yeah, if you look at the standings. They have
All right, you're right. I didn't know that. I didn't know the what you call it meant that they locked up the
Yeah.
I thought they could still lose it to Detroit. I didn't know Detroit. Oh, well, their conference record's 10-1. That's why they won. Unless somebody lost to.
Yeah, they're 10-1 in the conference, so there's nothing.
And think about it. That's also another thing. If Detroit wins that game, Detroit is 12-4. San Francisco would have had something to play for.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, yeah.
Because Detroit could have been playing for number one.
Number one seed. Yup. That you see how Ryan Clark said how this changes everything around now. So let's get on down to NIL deals, man. This bowl year has been nothing but trash. Only bowls was good was the Final Four. I gotta admit that they might have got it right, but I'm still gonna think that I think Georgia could have been in there somewhere.
Florida State should have been in.
And Florida State should have been in because then you'd have had all the guys would have played. You got 26 guys, and this is what makes me mad. People posting on Facebook. That's why Florida State didn't get in. If you know anything, see, these are the people that don't know football. If you know anything about football, they have 26 players on their team in the portal that's going somewhere else other than Florida State. Idiots. Well, I ain't trying to call you. I'm not trying to call you. I'm not trying to call your name, but don't post some nonsense about why. That's why Florida State shouldn't have been in. Come on, stop with the nonsense. If you know anything about football, you know that them guys they had 26 starters. 26 starters. Mm-hmm. Offense and defense. There could be offense and defense players that went into the portal. Why they went into the portal? I have no idea.
Would you stay if you have no chance to win the national championship?
What about next year?
Would you stay? They just told you you have an undefeated record. And you can't win a national championship.
I'm staying the next year. And I'm gonna tell you who did it. I'm gonna tell you who stayed for another year.
Michael Penix.
Exactly.
But so they didn't go 12-0 last year. I guess
that's true
too.
I'm just saying,
Power 5 team that went undefeated and did not go.
I understand all of that, but
then it wasn't one. It was two.
But this is my thing though. If I'm Florida State players, I'm like, nah, I ain't leaving. I'm coming back. We're gonna show them that we can show them that we now I'm gonna say this. If the quarterback can't come back and play, like they're saying it might be his injury has been, he's not ready to play at all, then I'm like, yeah, I think I might want to leave. You know what I'm saying? But if he can come back and play, then I'm gonna stick around. So I think that's the case, is that he has a career ending injury that won't allow him to play football no more. So that's where I'm coming with the NIL deal. Okay. So we had all these guys. You had Bo Nix, who played for Oregon, who's been in NFL longer than he's been in college so long, he's probably teaching classes, right? He's a runner-up, and he was one of the candidates for the Heisman, right?
Heisman.
Looked really good in Oregon. Looked really good in Oregon. They smacked Liberty all over the place. That should not have happened. I don't care what nobody say. That was just wrong.
Practice for them.
And he been all over he been from the East Coast to West Coast to West Coast to the East Coast to the Middle East. Now he back out west. And now he going to the pros. Hopefully he going to the pros to play football for somebody. But I'm gonna say this about the NIL. Go ahead.
None of those Florida State
they cleared for the draft.
Declaring for the draft.
And now I'm going that that's even more wood for my fire. All right. So the problem I have with NIL is that, and I don't know what what everybody's contract states, but I think if you're gonna do an NIL deal with a school, and you have to play in a playoff, if you have to play in a bowl game, regardless if it's the Sun Belt It's the Popcorn Bowl. It's a New York Strip Bowl. It's the Boston College Bowl. You have to play. You're making all this money. You have to play. Now, this is the thing. You get you a life insurance policy that if you get hurt, it's gonna take care of you for the rest of your life and be done with it. Be done. Just be done with it. Because the reason why you got an NIL deal is because you want money. Because you want to be paid for your likeness and all the other stuff that goes on with you as a player in college football. I don't have a problem with that. You have guys and girls that parents can't pay the mortgage month to month, and your NIL deal pays for the mortgage. I love that. Take care of mom and dad because they took care of you. You know what I'm saying? Or you got some ones that got little brothers, little sisters that wants to go to college but can't afford to go to college. You take care of them. I'm down with all of that. But I'm saying is you get a life insurance policy that says if I get hurt, that insurance policy will cover me for the rest of my life. I'm done deal. The running back for Washington, we don't know if he's going to be back or not. Matthew, what's the status on him?
More than likely, they currently got his stats as active.
Okay. But he was hurt prior to that. And I think
he was hurt for a long time.
And I think that was a dumb call for the coach. Just kneel the ball down and let the clock run. And then punt the ball, give them like what they might have had. If they did it that way, they would have had approximately 15 seconds on the clock.
22 seconds.
How much left?
22.
22 seconds. 22 seconds to get down to go for a touchdown. But instead, they almost fumbled that whole series away by that one play because they had to call a timeout. And I would have told the player, hop off the ground, hop off the field. We're not using the timeout right now. I'm sorry.
You got to tell your offensive lineman, pick him up, bring him to the sidelines.
Exactly. And now you not waste that timeout because that almost.
But at the same time, you don't want to pick him up. You don't want to pick him up because you don't want to mess him up. You don't know what kind of injury it is.
You don't know what kind of injury it is.
That's why you get insurance. That's why you get insurance. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't want to hear no mess about players. I think we got is that Rich?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, good. I don't want to hear. Welcome, Rich. Happy New Year. I don't want to hear players say they're opting out because they didn't get to the Final Four or the Final 12 or anything like that no more. Because what you do with that money, you buy your life insurance policy. And when you do that, you'll be fine.
Why should you have to buy the life insurance policy if they want you to play the game?
If they want you to play the game.
Because the school's not going to do it. The only thing the school's going to do is take care of the injury. They're not going to pay you for it. They're not going to pay.
That's why you don't play.
That's why you don't play.
So, but if you got an NIL deal,
I ain't signing an NIL deal. I ain't signing an bowl game. Or it's going to pay me more to play the bowl game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. If you're going to get paid to play, then play. I mean, all these bowl games were watered. They were so watered down. These were the worst bowl games ever. Now, and the thing about it is, let's look at it from this perspective. Okay, next year you're gonna have more teams in the playoffs. So the season needs to start. It needs to start the second week in August, right? And if you're gonna do the NIL stuff, you do it after the bowl game. Because now you still got the bowl game. If you do 2 weeks in August and the bowl game starts like say the first week in November, right? Or something like that. Second week in November. Something of that nature. Okay. By January, only games you got left is only games you have left will be your four. You will be your four teams going. I mean, your 2 teams going to the championship by that time, right? Because you add more teams to the playoffs. So the NCAA has to figure out how to make this work, because what they did was Go ahead, Matthew.
Yesterday, during the Alabama-Michigan game, I believe, or even they explained what they were going to do.
I didn't hear. Go ahead. If you heard it, tell us about it.
From what I heard, they're planning on having that national championship game for that 12 playoff on January 20th.
Oh my God, that's too far out. That's way too far out.
Start like that early part of December.
That's way too far out.
And then to January 20th.
That's way.
The hard part with that right now is, and they're getting figured out sooner than later, is the signing days for the next class of football players.
And that's the problem, right? So if they were to start 2 weeks, if they would start the second week in August, they don't run into that problem, right? They don't run into that problem. Now, I'm just looking. Now, everybody know I'm not a Penn State fan no more, and I'm taking all my Penn State stuff down. I've narrowed it down to 4 teams, okay? And no, I said 4. One team is moving to another conference. One team is from down south. Let me see. Okay, one's in the Big Ten already. One is moving to a different conference. One's down south.
You can't be an Ohio State or a Michigan fan.
Or a Michigan fan.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
I can't. I forgot what I said. I posted on Facebook or something like that. It's out there, but I've narrowed it down to 4 teams, right? And my heart is telling me one thing, but my mind telling me something else. But I was going to announce it today, but I'm still teeter-tottering. So it'll probably be like 3 weeks from now. It'll probably be 3 weeks from now. I might tell anybody who I'm rooting for. It's so hard, man, because being a Penn State fan all my life, and I really don't. Only ties I have to Penn State is that my uncle went there, but then I had a guy from my high school that went there as a lineman, and then I had Ray Isom go there and win the national championship in '86, and then I had Michael Parsons go there and play too as well, and we had a couple other kids from Harrisburg that went there. So I kind of feel for Penn State, but I can't deal with this. And
got 4 college teams, man.
4 college teams now.
Huh? No. I'm not gonna have 4 college teams. I'm gonna have 1. I might have one and one in the shadow. But the thing, so me and somebody was talking, and he's like, "So you gonna give them a Penn State like that?" I said, "Yeah, I am." I said, "I can't do it no more. I just can't do it." I said, "I'm tired of losing to the same teams over and over and over again." You know, I got a chance to see Penn State beat Ohio State in Ohio. That one year, the year that Sandusky acted a plumb fool is the year I saw them beat them in Ohio. I think that's the year we went to the Rose Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. I think that. I think that's the year that we won the Rose Bowl, and then we didn't even get picked to be number 1 ranking, and that was that right there. But I said to him, I'm tired of them losing to the same teams all the time. He says, "Well, you know they're gonna have if the scenario was this year, they would be in the playoffs." I said, "Yeah." I said they will have to play Ohio State or Michigan again, and they're gonna lose them again. I said, so I'm not trying to hear that no more. I'm tired of it. I just can't do it no more. I just can't do it no more. I just can't do it no more. So I will have a new team real soon.
You're talking about a fair weather fan. That's how you're coming off, bro. You're coming off as a fair weather fan. Yeah. You can't joke anybody else about being a fair weather fan, because you said the reason you leaving them is because they can't beat Michigan or Ohio State. That's a fair weather fan. I'm just gonna bring it up now because some people would clown me if I didn't bring it up. You got nothing to say because you know right.
I'm gonna plead the 5th on that, Matthew. I'm gonna plead the 5th on that one. believe the flip. But anyway, getting back to this NIL deal, I just think that they need to. NCAA needs to sit down and fix this right now because it's terrible, man. These bowls had to be the worst bowls I've seen in a long time. The worst bowls. I'm telling you right now. Penn State against Ole Miss. Look, they look like chopped liver. Allen can't throw the ball down the field. Running game was not. If I ain't know no better, I swear, if I know no better, I look at Penn State play. I think Joe Paterno's over there running their plays. There's nothing. Everything's vanilla. And now they may be saying Allen's going to be the dude next year. They're going to let him do his thing next year. But why not this year? Why let the kid know what it feels like to lose some games. Let him be the reason why they lose. If he throws an interception against Ohio State and they lose, okay. If he fumbles the ball against Ohio State and he lose, okay, that burns and that's a burn in his heart, right? That's something that he feels he's like, I'm never going to let that happen again. But if he never knows what it feels like, then he's never gonna know what's that thing on ABC? Agony to defeat, or something like that.
Agony of defeat.
Yeah, he's never gonna feel that.
The joy of victory.
Yeah, thrill of victory, agony. He's never gonna feel that. And I think they're setting him up for. I think they set him up for failure, in my opinion. But it is what it is. NBA refs. Let's talk about NBA refs real quick. We on the refs. We just been on the refs all day today. LeBron James acted a plumb fool because he shot a 3 and they called it a 2. Looked at the instant replay. Looked at his feet. I saw hardwood between his feet and the 3. Looked like a 3 to me. But guess who was the referee? Tony Brothers. I'm sorry. Tony Brothers. That dude's terrible.
He don't like
us.
He don't like Boston.
Hey, it's only one. It's two others. So Mark Davis and Scott Foster are worse. It's bad when I know referees' names for the NBA.
Scott Foster and Chris Paul, that's a whole different story. That's another story for a different day. For real.
That's not as bad as what was the name? The dude that threw Tim Duncan out for laughing. Joey and LeBron were the best referees and play.
Joey, what's Joey's name? Oh, Joey. I can't think of it. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Joey Crawford.
Yep. And so my thing is that, and if you look at if you guys go back and look at how many guys have been ejected out of games this year in the NBA, it's crazy mad. It's mad crazy. Guys getting ejected for nothing. These referees are all in their feelings and they need to stop it, man. I understand you have to take control of the game. And the thing about it is that as a basketball player, when you're watching. You should watch the refs that's going to ref your game next and see what they call, what kind of calls they make, so you know what not to do, because they have a pattern of doing certain things. Now, my man Foster, he just don't like Chris Paul, period. If he breathe wrong, he going to give him a tech. And it's definitely personal. It's personal, and now the NBA is in a situation where they're saying he shouldn't have to referee none of his games, but that's you being biased now. That's not fair to everybody else. They just need to figure this thing out. Chris Paul needs to put a mouthpiece in, though he don't say nothing to him at all. Just leave it alone. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. But again, we talking about the referees in the NBA. We talking about the referees in the NFL. And the NBA, they're the worst. I'm telling you, they won't admit being wrong. But one thing about the NFL, the NBA, they got the 2-minute report, and it comes back out and it says there was a call they missed. This they call they missed. There's a call they missed. And the thing about it is, it's no satisfaction because if you lost, but at least you know that they are trying to correct their issue. Go ahead, Mo.
I'm sorry, you can't say that about NBA and NFL. The worst of all is the MLB umpires. That's their own strength though.
Well, yeah.
And it ain't even the same. You don't have a different strike zone with every umpire.
Yeah, but see, then that again,
that's the worst.
I'm sorry, that's the worst.
But then again, that's why you go back and watch film.
But I'm saying it's a strike zone. It's a defined strike zone. They have a different strike zone.
Again, that's why you go back and watch film, Mo. I'm just saying.
Man, I'll be glad when they go to. I'll be glad when they go to the robot.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Angel Hernandez will never have to
be hurt again.
I'm gonna tell you what they should do though. They could put a sensor on the home plate. They could do that.
They actually do that
have a sensor on the ball.
They could put a sensor on the home plate. If the ball is where it's supposed to be, then it's a strike. You know what I'm saying? They can fix it if they want to, but they've
already used it. They've already used it in minor league. They've already used it.
Yeah. Matthew just said they're using the minor league, so they are trying to make it better. You can't never make a game perfect. You can always try to. You can always try.
Like for example,
go ahead, Matthew.
I go to about 20 to 30 Clippers games, and when they do the review, there's a little text in the ball where it will show in technology graphic if the ball is a strike or an out.
Okay.
Like a strike or a ball.
Okay.
And it has the graphic of where the ball goes, and honestly, they put that same tool in a bigger version under that plate. Like, let's say a person's running from third to home, or from first to second. They believe that they need to take off there's a foot motion from that player.
Right. I mean, they can do it if they want to do the if they want to add the technology to it, but they want to make a game. They want to make the game perfect, but it's imperfect at some point in time. It'll be something else they want to come up with. So I just want the referees to be accountable. That's all I'm saying. I made a bad call. I apologize. I know I need to do better. I'm gonna work on doing better. I won't never make that call again. I will make sure I hear what the guy says when he comes in the huddle. I make sure I watch LeBron's feet when he steps on the line. I will do all those things. I will make sure I write on it, and then we'll come up with something else that they do wrong. You know, like me personally speaking, I feel like the NBA needs to have another referee. That's as simple as that. 3 is not enough because this guy's moving down the court too fast. They way too fast. They should have another referee there. That's my opinion.
I would like that in the playoffs.
Go ahead, Matthew.
I think that you should have 6 referees.
You think what's
2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 1 on each side.
You talking about football?
For NBA.
Oh, NBA. You think they should have 6?
Yep, because you have 1 on the upper side.
Okay. So
1 on the opposite side. Same thing on the opposite side of the court. And then you're behind the passer, like right behind the hoop, and then the same thing on the opposite side of that hoop.
So would you be willing to say that you have 3 on one end of the court, 3 on the other end of the court, and they switch the courts every now? No, they switch courts or something like that every quarter to not be consistent with the calls they make. That to me, that's a lot. I think that's way too many. Because now you're gonna be at the free throw line with 12 minutes on the clock because they're gonna call every little foul that you see. I think 4 would be enough. I know when I refed, I did it with 2, and it was hard. It was really hard because you had to keep your eye on so many things. With 3, it's a lot better. I think with 4, and 4, the fourth person could be the one that keeps an eye on the shot clock and anything above the 3-point line. I think that will be because a lot of times you look and they call a lot of pick foul. They call you set a pick, and they saying the guy's moving. And I think you'll be in a perfect position to call that call right there. In my opinion, I think that would be a good look there. Anybody else got it? Mo, you had a comment. What was you gonna say, Mo?
I would like to see it in the playoffs.
I would like to see it in the playoffs.
I don't want to see it in the regular
I don't want to see it in the regular
season. It's just too many, man.
It's just too many.
3 is enough because you got to think about how many times they already get in the way.
So okay, so I don't think I understand what you're saying, but I don't think adding the 4th in the playoffs is going to help. I think it's going to hurt.
In the playoffs, everything slows down already.
Right, but now you have to adjust your game to that other referee, and if you're not accustomed to doing that, I think that takes away from the game. I think that takes away from the game.
I agree with you there. You talk me into that one. I'll let you have that one.
Okay, all right. So real quick, the finals. Mo, who you got? Washington or Michigan?
Oh, I thought we were talking about NBA. I was just like, let's go to something. I'm going with the black quarterback, baby. Michael Penix, baby. It does suck for them to lose a running back, though.
And I'm going to go with Washington, too. Rich, who you got?
I'm going with Washington.
Okay. We got somebody. We got somebody else on the line. Who's on the line?
Is that your new team?
I'm pleading the 5th. Who's calling from Winston-Salem? Is that Curry?
Yes. Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year, Curry. I'm glad you on the line, brother. Curry, who you got between Washington and Michigan?
I really don't have a dog in the fight, but I'm going to go with Michigan. And I think now they're going to finally kick it again.
Okay. So everybody else is going for Washington other than you. So let me ask you guys a question.
Did you ask Matthew?
Mo, what you ask
Matthew? Yeah,
Matthew. I know. I got to ask Matthew. I already know he's going for Washington.
At least let the man talk about his team, man.
So guys, the thing with Harbaugh, right? Listen to Sports Center today. The investigation has come to an end, but the penalty hasn't. Okay, they're saying there might be some more penalties coming down from the NCAA, even though the Big Ten said, "Yo, we need to give him something right now." Okay, so with that being said, guys, Jim Harbaugh, will he be leaving Michigan? Yes or no?
He probably should.
He probably should?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that Rich?
Yep. I think the Chicago job is attractive. I think the Chargers job is attractive.
Well, they say Bruce is.
I think Harbaugh could fit either.
They say Bruce is not going anywhere from Chicago. So, with that saying, I don't think they're going to trade. I don't think they're going to trade Justin Fields. I think they're going to give him. I think they're going to give him one more year together. So you think?
I'll say this.
Go ahead.
If Harbaugh becomes available, either Bruce is fired.
Yeah. So you think Chicago? So let me get. What's your first choice?
For Jim Harbaugh?
Yes.
My first choice will be LA.
Chargers, right?
Yeah.
Mo? Mo?
He needs to go. I think he goes to the Chargers. Unless Bill Belichick goes to the Chargers. Then he goes to the Patriots.
Matthew.
Even though I believe that he's going to stay.
Okay.
If he does leave, I'll throw a curveball. Carolina, just to be close with his brother and Bob. Now, the reason that if he does stay, it's because the media deal for the Big Ten will start next year.
Right.
Because Michigan can offer some money, and he could probably handle the investigation because there's people that are training him. Hey, if this goes down, like what penalty is, like they're training him to be calm about it. Like his brother's even training him.
I think I want to say the Chargers. No, I don't want to say Chargers. I'm going to say, here's a curveball for you guys. I'm going to say the Saints. And the reason why I say the Saints is because there was word that there was a team from the NFC South that's very much interested in him. I don't see him going to Tampa because I think Mike Evans is leaving. And I don't think he wants to have. He's gonna have to go. I'm not saying he wants to go to a team that's ready made, but I think you lose Mike Evans, you lose a big part of your offense with him. I think with the Saints need Jim Harbaugh. They need him down there. And I think they got a little cap room. Mo, you gonna say something?
I'm gonna say the worst fit. But it might actually happen. Everybody mad. But it's a good fit. Because he will also get a little bit of power there. The Raiders. Terrible fit because Pierce is doing so well. The players will love him. But you know what Mark Davis is just like his dad. He wants to make the big name.
Hey, Rich, what did you just say?
I'd say Washington before Vegas.
See, Washington.
Like in Washington, he's going to have a little bit more control.
Yes. I would agree with that. And
in Vegas, he ain't going to have that.
I'm gonna put up on the board right there.
Gruden had control before Gruden was gone. I don't think Gruden's still gonna be the coach next year.
What do you think for the Raiders?
Yeah. I would not be surprised at all. John Gruden.
I don't think I'm not doing no retreads. I'm sorry. I'm not doing no retreads. I'm just not doing a retread. I'm not going down that. I'm not saying Gruden is a bad person. I'm not saying what he said wasn't bad. I think he was a fall guy. I think he fell on the sword for a whole lot of people. But I think that going to the Raiders would not be a good thing for him because I think there were some players that didn't really care for him that's still out there. Excuse me. And I think they just need a fresh look. I think Pierce probably might end up being that coach out there because the guys like him. But we know how that goes down because if you got Belichick, you got the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys name coming up. There was a couple names that came up. I had it over here somewhere, but I can't find it. Who's that? Dan Quinn's name for the Chargers. Dan Quinn, Eric Bieniemy, which I'm really shocked the name coming up for Chargers. Jim Harbaugh. Now the thing about it is, if Eric Bieniemy goes to the Chargers, that's one foot in the door against the Chiefs because he knows basically what they're going to run. So that might be a good fit in the long run for them maybe, but again, now I don't know what the Chargers are going to give up if they go after Belichick because it's going to be a trade. But then your boy Tomlin's name had been brought up in the trade too. Mo, did you hear about that?
Yeah, to both Carolina and also Washington. If he doesn't get an extension, but now he's got another winning season. He'll get an extension.
I would, you know what? I would love to see him in Carolina. I think that would be a good fit. I think Carolina would be a good fit for him. I really do.
I don't think so. He likes a big quarterback.
He likes a big quarterback.
Well, they can always draft another one because the one they got ain't gonna do them too good right now. But
that's
because they didn't do the offensive line as they should. All right, guys. How much time we got? We got a while. So we got our NCAA names up on the board. I'll put that up on the board. I'm jumping all over today because I just want to, because I want to make sure I get all this stuff in. So the NBA Rookie of the Year. Chad Hogan's name has been coming up. Okay. I don't have a problem with him winning Rookie of the Year, but I do have a problem with him being a rookie. Okay. The NBA need to fix this. If you're getting paid and you're hurt, you're not a rookie no more. You're just not a rookie no more.
Blake Griffin. Embiid. And what's it called?
And
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
All the Sixers #1 picks were Okafor. They was out for a while and then come back and try to win the Rookie of the Year. And I want to get everybody's intake on this one because I'm gonna tell you why I don't feel like it's right. Okay. Chad Hogan got hurt at the beginning of the year, right? He was on the bench.
Right.
He went to away games. He traveled with them. So now his body knows what it feels like to travel from the East Coast to the West Coast and back to the West Coast to the Midwest to Toronto. He knows his body's been through all of that. So he knows how to prepare now in the second year of his contract as a basketball player. So to me, that's an advance for him. The same thing happened to Ben Simmons. And everybody said that's hogwash. Why he should be rookie? He's already in the league. He's already getting paid, right? And you're traveling with the team, so you have it. You already know what the experience is going on to the next year. So now you can prepare mentally for that trip that you take out to California, where you're gonna go like Boston used to do after the holidays. They would go to Texas. They play the 3 games in Texas, then they go out to LA, go to Los Angeles, play games out there. Then they would hit Utah. Then they would hit Denver. Then they would come back to like Chicago, and then bring it all the way back to the East Coast, right? So if you're doing it as a rookie and you're not playing, your body's already been adapted to that type of atmosphere. So you have one up on a real rookie that's struggling to figure out when they fly from the East Coast to the West Coast, and they tell you go to bed, you go to bed. Don't stay up and play PlayStation, and then when it's time to go play, you in woman line yawning. They're like, "Yo, what you doing?" I ain't getting no sleep last night. What do you mean you ain't getting no sleep? You lay down, close your eyes, and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Even though your body's not ready for it, but mentally you got to prepare yourself for that. So that's why I don't like that. That's why I don't like. I think the NBA needs to change that. Rich, what's your thoughts on that right there? Okay. Well, go ahead and take care of that. Curry, what's your thoughts? Curry, you out there? Matthew?
Sorry about that.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Curry.
Yeah, I'm actually good. I'm good with it. I don't like changing the whole thing. It is what it is.
Okay. Matthew, what's your thoughts on that?
I definitely agree with you on this because when you look at high school and high school is with them trying to back, and I feel like people get to a point to where high school kids will enter the draft, but they get injured, but the team still drafts them, and then that kid out for the whole season. But plays the second season, it does very well, and then he gets the MVP, and then everyone's going to get upset.
Okay. Mo?
I'm good with it, man. Baseball players can win Rookie of the Year after getting 124 at bats in a year, or pitchers that have certain innings pitched. So I ain't got a problem with it.
Okay, Rich, what you got? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. You know, he did it for Blake Griffin. You know, that was years ago. So it's like, whatever, if they want to give it to Chet, okay.
Okay.
You know, it's a bet. At the end of the day, it's all Vegas.
Okay. I just want to get your guys' take on it, because I just think that's not fair to a true rookie this year, a true rookie that's in the league right now, not having a chance to win it, because they're true blue rookie in the league. So I get your guys' points. All right. Like I said, I'm jumping all over right now. So let's go ahead. Let's see what we got. So who is the most valuable player in the NFL right now? Do anybody disagree with me that Lamar Jackson is that dude?
Nope.
Okay. Here's a tricky one. Offensive Player of the Year. These are some of here's some of the selections we have.
I still go with
McCaffrey.
We got CeeDee Lamb. We lost somebody. Who we lose? I think we lost Rich. CeeDee Lamb. They got CeeDee. Did he come back? We have CeeDee Lamb. Okay, we got Rich back. We got CeeDee Lamb. Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill. As Offensive Player of the Year.
Christian McCaffrey.
So what we can do, guys, is I would, if everybody inbox me their players they want, and I'll add mine, and then we'll just put it on the page and show people who we picked and see where it goes from there. We can do that. CeeDee Lamb is broken some records in Cowboys for a wide receiver, but you know, sometimes when you're always behind, you break records. Christian McCaffrey, I've always said I think that he should be in the most valuable player race as well. Tyreek Hill was doing some outstanding things for Miami, but he's been hurt and he's won without him, so I don't know if that puts him in that category. So if I had to do Offensive Player of the Year, I have to go with Christian McCaffrey. Mo, what you got?
McCaffrey, easily. I mean, Tyreek having a great year, but he missed some games. McCaffrey's been healthy most of the year, and the games that he missed are the games that they.
Okay, next one up, Defensive Player of the Year. Now we're gonna have some discussion about this one. No, where we're gonna go with this one. So, right now, it looked like it's a two-man race. Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons.
And that's some bull.
Is there anybody else you guys think that could be in that running as well?
Are you serious right now?
Are you serious right now?
Matt, I'll ask Matthew first. I'm gonna let you go last, because I know you got a lot to say.
There's no one else I can really think of right now. If you look at both of them, they're both playing great. It might come down to the final regular season game.
Okay. Curry, what you got?
That's good. No. I'm kind of like that defense for the Cowboys. not Michael Parsons, but then defensive back, the one that's got those six.
Yeah, Randall,
whatever his name is.
Randall or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because if that guy wasn't covered back there, I don't think Michael Parsons would be getting the sacks.
Okay. Rich,
but he really just stepped in when Diggs went down, and he stepped up big time.
And you know what though? That's gonna mess with Diggs' money too. Because actually Diggs just got a new contract, didn't he? I think Diggs got a new contract. So Diggs is good. Rich, who you got?
The only one that should win it?
Yeah.
DJ Watt.
Okay. Now I'm going to respond after Mo say what he gotta say because I got a rebuttal behind TJ Watt. But go ahead, Mo. Who you think should win it?
I'm just going to list some stats here because I'm tired of this conversation. Nah. You can't say a dude is going to win when you can't talk about stats.
Wait a minute. You can talk about stats, but go ahead. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Go ahead. I got something. Go ahead.
Tackles. Myles Garrett got 33. Michael Parsons got 32. Alex Highsmith got 32. TJ Watt got 42. Sacks. Myles Garrett got 14. Michael Parsons got 13. TJ Watt got 17. Let's talk about interceptions. TJ Watt got 1. Micah Miles ain't got none. Alex Highsmith got 2. I'm bringing Alex Highsmith into this because he's better qualified than them. And here's the second outside linebacker.
All right, go ahead.
Forced fumbles. Myles Garrett 4. Michael Parsons 1. TJ Watt 4. Fumble recoveries. Myles Garrett 1. Michael Parsons 1. TJ Watt 3. And only one of them got a touchdown. And that's TJ Watt.
Who is
Watt. And you're going to sit here and tell me that it's a two-man race.
Okay, so now I'm going to say this to you. You're going for stats. But let's look at the things
what do we go off for offensive players?
Okay, right. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I'm not disagreeing with you. But did TJ Watt block a field goal?
That's not defense, bro.
No, yeah, it is.
No,
defense.
that's special teams.
That's defense.
That's not defense. That's special teams.
It's
that's special teams.
So what's the difference between special teams? So what
they
what
have
do you
a special team player of the year.
Stop it. You change. You're moving the goalpost. You're moving the goalpost.
You're the one trying to move the goalpost.
So Myles Garrett blocks a field goal. Myles Garrett scores. Wait, Myles Garrett has a touchdown recovery in the end zone, right?
No,
and the reason why Myles Garrett,
he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. That's where his touchdown came from.
Myles Garrett doesn't have a touchdown. I went over the touchdown.
He should have a touchdown.
He created the
recovery.
Oh, I thought he recovered.
No.
Okay, so his actions caused them to fumble the ball in the end zone, right?
TJ Watt has created justice force fumbles. He recovered 3. Well, Myles Garrett only recovered 1.
Okay, but he recovered 3. So forced fumbles. TJ Watt got 4.
4 to 4.
4 to 4.
Myles Garrett has 4.
Right.
He has no categories. He's beating TJ.
Okay, wait a minute. Myles Garrett in, let's see, solo tackles he has 33. Assists he has 35.
TJ has 42.
Assists he has 35. How many TJ Watt got?
Miles Garrett has 9.
Miles Garrett has 9
assists. No assists. No assist tackles.
He has 9.
He has 9.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong person.
He looking at Max Crosby.
Max Crosby.
Max Crosby should be in the conversation.
So, total tackles for loss. Is that total tackles for loss? Total tackles. TJ Watt has 60. Miles Garrett has 42.
42.
Sacks, he has 17. He got 17 for 7. He got 17 sacks. Miles Garrett got 14. Did TJ Watt miss? Did TJ Watt miss any part of the season?
Played 16 games.
Played 16 games.
No, my question: did he miss any? Because he got hurt. Miles Garrett got hurt.
He got hurt.
He played
16 games.
He played 16 games.
I'm saying he got hurt, but he played in games.
You just looking at the stats now. You realize why I'm mad about this.
Why I'm mad about this.
Tackles for loss. He got 16. Miles Garrett got 17. What's PD? Pass deflections. TJ Watt got 8.
Pass defense.
Miles Garrett got 3. Interceptions. TJ Watt got 1. Yards. Interception yards. TJ Watt got 24. Miles Garrett got 0. Lost interceptions. TJ Watt got 1. Miles Garrett got 0. Interception for touchdowns. I could swear Miles Garrett got a touchdown. I could swear. I could swear. I could swear he had one. Okay, so
wait a minute. Go to the bubbles. Go to the bubbles. You were going through all the stats. You were going through all the same stats I gave you.
He got 4, and Miles Garrett got 4.
Yeah.
What's FR? Fumble recoveries. He got 3.
Fumble recoveries.
Miles Garrett got 1.
And fumble recovery
TDs.
He got TJ got 1. And is that the one he got against the Cleveland Browns? Where
against Cleveland.
I don't think it was against Cleveland.
I think that's one where
Alex Husband made the sack fumble, and TJ picked it up and ran it in the end zone.
Okay. Now, I grant you TJ Watt should be in the conversation.
Should be in the conversation. He's winning all the stats.
But you never let me finish though. He should be in the conversation. But the other things that Miles Garrett does don't show up. Like let me give you for example. Like Aaron Donald gets double teamed, so everybody else gets they get the sack.
TJ gets chipped. They don't count double teams because it gets
Miles Garrett get triple team, double team, quadruple teams.
Quadruple team. So wait a minute. So, 4 of the offensive linemen. I cover him. So then there's 2, like 3 other guys.
And that's why Darius. What's his name from Minnesota? The one he got from Minnesota is doing good. That's why he's doing good. I'm telling you. I watched Pittsburgh. Only time I watched Pittsburgh is when they're losing. So I guess TJ Watt ain't really playing. And I'm not saying TJ Watt shouldn't be in the conversation. But what I'm saying is that I think that Miles Garrett and Michael Parsons, and it might be somebody else in there, like the cornerback that Curry said that should be in there as well. It's the plays they make that nobody counts. It's the double teams they get. I'm not saying TJ Watt doesn't get. I'm not saying that TJ Watt don't get double teamed.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
Thank you, man.
I'm just saying.
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? He said, I can't believe we're hearing this right now because there's nothing you have. You said the plays they don't make.
No. What I'm saying is that the plays that they don't make that creates plays for other players to make. That's what I'm saying.
Both of them, both Micah and Miles Garrett moving around. So you gotta find them. TJ Watt is in the same position, so you can also game plan for him.
Okay, so then Pittsburgh didn't move him around.
We don't need to move him around because he's killing people.
But if y'all do need to move him around, y'all 9-7.
It's not TJ's fault. It's our quarterback's fault.
Because they're on better
Think about
teams.
it. Mason Rudolph's been playing 2 games with 2-0. And we scored 30 points in both games.
30 points in both games.
Who lost to Arizona Cardinals?
Who beat the Cleveland Browns?
The Cowboys.
Who beat the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Not the Cowboys, the Arizona Cardinals.
Who beat the 49ers?
Oh, I know you ain't trying to say that. Who beat a kicker? Who beat a kicker?
It doesn't matter. The score is the score. The score is the score, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Who's got the better division record? Who's the true king of the North?
I think it's it might be a tie.
Division, you guys are 3-2. We are 4-1.
We are 4-1
until this Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be 5-1.
You'll be 4-2. Like we'll be 4-2. Okay. And we lost to y'all off some freaky stuff with Deshaun Watson, and you see what happened when we got a real quarterback back there. I mean,
y'all should have won that game.
We sure enough should have. Our defense played outstanding football that game. We just couldn't do nothing offensively. So okay, so we're gonna move on. We all undecided about the defensive player of the year. We'll find out.
After everybody else. Come on, man. After hearing those stats, it's clear. I wish I had a
Curry, but no, Curry talked about the quarterback from Dallas. He gotta get some love. The quarterback from Dallas gotta get some love. He got 8 picks. I mean, he got 8 picks and 7 touchdowns, right? Something like that.
6 touchdowns.
Yeah, so he's doing well. Offensive rookie of the year.
How bad did he get burnt the next week? Bland getting burnt like crazy.
Well, wait a minute. They're 11-4. You're 9-7.
Bland is getting burnt like crazy. Nobody could run against the front seven.
He got 7 interceptions. Six of them for touchdowns.
Yeah.
That means he's doing something
before Michael Parsons.
That means he should be a wide receiver instead of
Michael Parsons.
That's what it means. That's what it should mean. Offensive rookie of the year. Shit, they only got one person out here. For real. I think CJ Stroud would have been in there if he wouldn't have got hurt.
CJ Stroud already won it.
What do you mean? He's
could with it.
I don't think so, man. You got Puka Nacua from the.
So who you got?
You got Puka Nacua from the Rams, the wide receiver.
Nah.
He needs 25 yards.
He ain't done anything really. What has he really done since? You haven't heard anything about Cooper.
Because he's hurt. I think his ankle's still messed up. Puka Nacua has been he's just 29 yards away from breaking the NFL record for the most receiving yards as a rookie. CJ Stroud remains a heavy favorite to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year, minus 900. I think if Stroud would have played in those games, he probably would be. He probably was the leading guy, in my opinion.
He's the leading.
He got
hurt. Just said it. They just said it in your thing. You said it. Negative 900 to win it.
Right, but they're saying that Puka's leading right now, but they didn't give me no.
But you said CJ Stroud is negative 900.
Let me see what. Okay, it says even. This is even despite Stroud missing 2 games late in the season due to injury. Although they both have historical records, great rookie season, Stroud has the edge over Nacua because he helped carry the Houston Texans into the playoff picture after 3 straight seasons of 4 wins or less. Statistically, Stroud has also been very impressive despite having underwhelming support cast offensively in 14 games. He threw for 3,844 yards, 21 touchdowns, and just 5 interceptions. I think he should win it, but I'm just gonna say I think that because of the games he missed out is probably the reason why he won't win it. And if my man
negative 1,000 favored to win right now.
But if he only need 29 yards to break the wide receiver record, that's a lot to say for a guy that came out. I think came out of Notre Dame or somewhere like that. Defensive rookie of the year. They have Jalen Carter has been the betting favorite since week 2 and currently minus 450 to win the award. ESPN bet with Will Anderson having the second shortest odds at plus 320. Before he missed 2 games in a row due to injury, Devin Witherspoon also in the mix, but his odds has since increased to a plus 66 to 6,600. Although the Eagles' defense has been a major disappointment over the season, Carter has certainly been a bright spot. His 6 sacks are the 3rd most on the team, despite playing less than half of the snaps. If he wins the award, Carter will be the first defensive tackle to be named defensive player since Aaron Donald in 2014. So Carter is a guy from that went to Georgia, right? They drafted, right?
Yeah.
But now, after the last 3 weeks, though, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one too, I think. Wow, that's gonna be a tough one. Because Jalen Carter's been playing really good. But the kid Carter, but you look at what the Eagles have done the last 3 weeks, and I think that's a big drop from him, from the guy he had there before than what Carter is. He's a process, he's learning in process. So I think that eventually he will be a wrecking ball. Coach of the year. I'm gonna throw some names out there. Mo, who you got?
Coach of the year?
Coach of the year?
Yes.
I'm going
with
and it would have been so much better.
It would have been so much better if coming off those couple of games.
I'm gonna go with.
I would have gone with
DeMichael Ryans a couple
of weeks ago.
But now I gotta go with. I'll go with John Harbaugh because I think they've shown that he's had an amazing season. They haven't lost the games. Usually they lose.
Okay. Curry, who you got? Coach of the year.
What?
Coach of the year.
I got to go with D'Amico Ryans.
Okay.
Nobody expected that team to be nowhere.
You ain't lying about that one. Matthew, who you got?
I'm going to go throw in a curveball, and we're going to go with Dan Campbell.
Okay. I like that.
After the way they played at the end of last year.
So, okay, Mo, so let me ask you a question. They expect him to be good this year, right? Did they expect him to be 11-4 good?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, think about what I told you in the middle of the season when they had 2-6 last year.
Right. But I don't think nobody thought they were going to be 11-4 good. I think you probably would, if you'd have said 10-7 good.
I said 12-5
when it's in the division,
if you said 10-7, 11-6.
I think I said 12-5 at the start of the year.
No, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying everybody else. I don't think everybody thought they were going to be 11-4 good, right? I think they thought they was going to be like 10-7 good.
Yeah, I would say I thought Houston was going to be like. I thought Houston was going to be like
2-15.
Yeah, you did say it was going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Rich, who you got? Coach of the year.
Coach of the year is going to be Kevin Stefanski, Cleveland Browns.
Okay. So who they got here? They got Dan Campbell was the betting favorite to win Coach of the Year for the majority of the season, with Mike Daniels shortly behind him. Kevin Stefanski is now nearly certain to win the award at -900. Despite losing Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb for the season, Stefanski has led the Browns to 11-5 record and the playoffs berth in a competitive AFC. What's even more impressive is that they had 4 different starting quarterbacks, win games this season, which is the first for any team with less than 10 wins in the NFL history. Me personally, I mean, that being an issue there for him, I still like the dude in Houston though. Nobody knew Houston was gonna be this good this fast. So now next year we're gonna see how Houston really gonna be, because everybody gonna be playing for him. But more like it's gonna be Stefanski, because of the situation with the quarterback situation Losing Nick Chubb to a cheap hit. I think that he might get it. Comeback player of the year. This is crazy right here. Matthew, who you guys comeback player of the year?
Who's on the list? Because there's a lot of names that I can bring up, but
On his article.
you know what? Give me an Odell Beckham Jr.
Okay. I can see Odell being on that list. Curry, who you got?
I'm going with Tua. Because everybody, I mean, it was almost like he might have not even come back ever. Look what kind of season he's had, so I got to give it to him.
Okay. Rich.
Joey Flacco.
Mo, who you got?
That's what I was gonna say. If Lamar wasn't winning the MVP, it would be Lamar because I think he was hurt a lot last year. They lost a lot of games.
So they have comeback player of the year. Given DeMar Hamlin's incredible comeback story after suffering a cardiac arrest, the assumptions was that he would win the comeback player of the year once he made his official return to the field this season. While he's still the betting favorite at minus 130, Joe Flacco played since becoming the Browns' quarterback in Week 13 has made him most competitive in entering Week 18. He is now short behind Hamlin at a plus 100. Since joining the Browns, we already know he's dead. Yo, that's crazy. I'm telling you, and I'm gonna say this: when they said that they was gonna look at Joe Flacco and they said they was gonna sign him, my brother called me. He said, if Joe Flacco gonna be half as good as he was with us, he said, y'all gonna be okay. I said, but man, he looked terrible. And so my brother said, but you know what though? Every team he played for, he was just a filler. He said, so the offensive lines were terrible. He said, you guys got good offensive line. He said, y'all got weapons. He said, so he gonna shine there. So I give him all the credit in the world. The sad part about it, man, is that this guy's playing so well, he needs to be on somebody's roster next year. And if I'm the Browns, I'm not letting him go nowhere. Even though, and the thing about it is, to me, I think the offense fits him better than it fits Deshaun Watson. I really do. And we know Nick Chubb's not going to be 100% next year coming back. He'll be able to play, but he's not going to be 100% because it takes you a year to recover from all of that. Unless Nick Chubb's name is what's the kid that played for Minnesota Vikings that had the running back?
Dalvin
Cook?
No, the other dude, the one that got hurt and came back. What's his name? The one that always got injured, they always came back.
Oh, Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, unless he Adrian Peterson type of guy, they can't be looking for too much from him next year going forward.
But Chubb has had 3 ACL
injuries already.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't
all of them. His game is not built on speed.
But yeah, because he's big in the hips and the thigh. But I'm just saying though, if they're expecting him to be what he was before next year, because we know it always takes you a whole year to recover from that type of surgery, you're not 100% until a year later. So I think that right there is a cause to take a step back with him. And I hope that the Browns keep what's the name there too now that he's back. I'm lost with names today.
Flacco?
No, the running back. Lord have mercy.
You ain't talking about Chubb again.
No, the one they brought back.
27.
Kareem Hunt. Yeah, Kareem Hunt. I hope they bring him back because I think that he fits that team. They give him. I think they should give him what he's worth. I think yes.
You said the same thing about Flacco. You thought he fit that team. You really honestly think that next year this time Flacco will be 40 years old. You really think that he should remain on that roster next year.
Well, I'm gonna say this. If their offensive line is kind of beat up right now, they lost some starters, which is crazy from them being able to come back and play. But I think it fits the offense, the play action. He does the play action very good. I would leave him on the team as maybe the third backup. And Thompson would be my second backup, but I would leave him on there just in case Deshaun falters or he gets hurt again. And so you have a true backup that can play, and you really don't miss a beat. But at 40, it's going to be hard for him. But the thing about it is,
I don't think he wants to go anywhere to play a backup role. I think that's the only reason he came back was because we got a starting position. He's 40 years old. He ain't going nowhere. He don't go by his bench.
Well, what I'm saying, I get what you're saying, but where else could he go and start at 40 years old? And again, in
Seattle.
And again, he fits the mold of what they do. He to me, he's been the best quarterback play action wise since, oh my goodness, I'm gonna go Bernie Kosar maybe.
Aaron Rodgers is amazing.
Aaron Rodgers is amazing at play action.
No, I'm talking about for the Browns. I'm talking about the play for the Browns.
Oh, you're talking about Sip.
You're talking about Sip.
But I'm just saying.
I think the last time the Browns had a quarterback that had a winning streak like this was Ryan Hoyer.
Yeah, the old man.
And he had them on a 6-game winning streak, and then he got injured.
Yeah, and then I think he came back and we got blown up by the Steelers like 35-10 or something that year. I think we made it to the playoffs with Hoyer. I think that might have been the year. But but Curry, to answer your question, I mean, it would be hard, but I think also the knowledge that he brings to the table, I think you bring him back just for the knowledge. Because there's some things that Deshaun Watson can learn from him going forward. Deshaun Watson, if he's not watching what this guy does, and the only thing, to be honest with you, that Flacco don't do is he don't run. He can't run. But when he fell asleep on the sideline, that was funny.
Pocket passer.
That was funny when he fell asleep on the sideline. That was comical. That was comical. And they turn around, you gotta go back in the game because they messing up. They truly messing up, man. Real quick, we got about 7 minutes left. NBA. The New York Knicks made a trade, and they're looking to make another trade. Pascal Siakam is probably on the block to be traded, right? I'm not a New York fan, but I was surprised he got rid of quickly. That, to me, that was not the player you get rid of. I already gave him another draft pick. I gave him a bunch of has-beens on my bench before I give him quickly. That kid was running for 6th Man of the Year award last year. And you sent him to Toronto. And if Toronto's trying to rebuild, and he's not part of the rebuild process, he gonna end up with another team, and a team that's a competitive team. And New York gonna regret that move. I don't get rid of him. I'm sorry. And Toronto, like I said, Toronto's looking to drop Pascal Siakam off. I don't know if he. I think he did sign a contract extension, so his is going to be kind of harder to move. Where Obi Wabanobi or Obi Nabanobi or whatever his name is, OG Abanobi, he didn't sign a contract extension, so it was easy to move him because of the money to go to New York. And he even said to New York, "I'll take less money to stay in New York." So now, the question is, guys, is do New York get rid of? I'm terrible with names today.
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
Do they got rid of RJ Barrett too? So do they
But
get rid of?
that's the whole thing about the trade.
That's the whole thing about the trade.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mo.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
The whole thing about the trade is they got a Toronto native, they got a young guard, they got picks for a guy that weren't going to be able to resign. It made no sense for New York to give up that much.
That's what I'm saying, because unless they thought that he was going somewhere else, but New York had money. They got money. They got draft picks.
They could have got Siakam for that.
Yeah.
RJ got traded.
Say that again, Matthew.
I already know why RJ Barrett got traded.
Why did he get traded?
I think he wanted to be traded. I think once he heard, he's like, I think he was asking them, is Zion coming? If he's coming, I ain't dealing with that weight problem. I don't want what he eating.
I think Zion's going to eat himself out the NBA. If anybody agree with me, just say aye. Aye.
He's gonna eat himself out in New Orleans. If he goes to New York, he ain't gonna eat himself out. He gotta give it both because he's gonna be trying to get all them women in New York.
What'd you say, Rich?
Oliver Miller.
Oliver Miller. Woo, Oliver Miller. I remember that dude. Hey, Rich. I heard some news about I'm bad with names today. The point guard up there, Melo. What's going on with him?
Melo or Lonzo?
Alonzo. They said he's making some strides.
He's going to start running next week or next month.
Okay.
And then hopefully he getting cut by summer.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Do you think that's the reason why they holding on to everybody to see how this thing pans out? Do you think this year has been? Yep. They're just saying, look, we're gonna go through the season like this, and then we'll see what happens next year. So you thinking that they're betting on Alonzo to come back next year and be the team they were before he got hurt?
I think so. I think Zach is gone.
Okay,
I think that they feel like they can get something for him while he's still.
Do you think Chicago's looking for draft picks, or do you think they're looking for another player?
I think they're looking for a player.
Okay.
I think that if they could get a nice package together to go to state, if they take Draymond and Wiggins off their hands.
And you know that there was something about where's it at? Let me get rid of this here. They were talking about there was something that was been talked about the Warriors. See if I can pull it up here. Report Warriors open to trading away important pieces for championship team. See, especially if he can't play with Kuminga. So they're looking. Wiggins might be on the trading block. I'm not giving up a lot for Wiggins because I think he's a system player there. Before he got there, he wasn't doing well. So if this Wiggins they're trying to give up, because they just signed a new contract, right? So it can't be Wiggins. So it says right.
He locks in on defense.
Yeah, but I think that if he goes to another team, he's gonna asked to do a little bit more than what he's doing. And I don't know if I just think that system works for him. For Golden State, it says with Jordan Poole already banished to Washington, another key player in Golden State 2022 team could soon be gone next. Warriors.
Wait a minute.
The Warriors now open trading away veteran forward Andre Wiggins. That's the only person I can think of that they could trade. But I'm like, what are you going? It's okay. I'm gonna say this.
You could
go ahead.
Well, Wiggins is gonna be asked to do a whole lot in Chicago.
Go to Chicago. Oh yeah, go to Chicago. I got
balling.
Okay, I got what you're saying.
Like he ain't gonna be asked to do more than because we need you to, that lock in, grab some boards and hit the three.
Okay. And only reason why I said that is because I think sometimes you see a guy in a system and he does really well in that system, then you bring him to your system and it doesn't work. And Mo can contest to this with me. When it comes to the guys that play for the Celtics, the guys that Danny Ainge had drafted that underneath Brad Stevenson, that played with Brad Stevenson, they look great in that system. They go somewhere else and they don't look good. You know, and that's the thing about it is sometimes you look really good in the system and you don't look good in another system. Before we go, Curry, I got you on the line, and I'm waiting for Dana to get here. Can you please tell us what happened against Baltimore?
Oh, that was a major beatdown right there, man. There's no other way I can describe it. I can make excuses, but they just got to hand it to them. Offense, defense, special teams. Nothing I can say. I will say this: it only counts as one loss.
That's true. So let me ask you a question. What have you heard on Chubb? Is it an ACL tear or is
Yeah, it's done for the year.
Oh, that's a big blow. That's a big blow.
Yeah.
So
he's done.
So let me ask you a question. As a fan, do you think he should have been in the game that late in the game when the game's already over?
No, but that's hindsight.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always gonna say that after the fact. If he had got hurt, it wouldn't even cross my mind.
Okay. Rich, you got you on the line here. Baltimore took San Francisco to the woodshed.
Yes, they did.
And everything we talked about that day, it came to fruition. Sam Darnold got in the game and drove him down the field, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That was my whole point. I think that that's why I say that. I think that's why they got.
You think that?
Go ahead.
Do you think that Brock Purdy is assistant new quarterback because he had a bad game?
No, no, I'm not saying he had a bad game. I just think that I think that I'm not gonna say he had a bad game. I'm just gonna say that the batted balls that happens. That's luck of the draw. But I think Baltimore is just that good of a defensive team that they showed them exactly who they were. But it also showed us when Brock Purdy got pressure on him, how he can't find his receivers like he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And I know that
Purdy got pressure on him all season.
But not like that against Baltimore. Not like that against Baltimore. Baltimore was throwing everything at them. They was throwing everything at them. And I know your tackle got hurt there at the end. But he got hurt. But then Sam Darnold came in and drove him down the field again. You know. So again, that's why I was saying that I felt like that's why I said that I felt like Sam Darnold could come in and play. I don't think he could be as good as Brock Purdy, but I think he can get the job done. But I think that what it did for San Francisco, it made him look in the mirror, and realize that. And I had Miami going. If Miami had the home field advantage, which Miami doesn't have the home field advantage, losing Chubbs is big. I think Miami, depending on who they have to play in the playoffs, they might be one and done. And this game coming up with Buffalo is a big game for both of them teams because Miami can go from 2-6 or 2-7 or something like that, and that means they could be on the road, playing on the road, and Miami has only beat. I think Miami's only beat one team with above 500, I think this year, which was the Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken. But I wish Chubbs would have been healthy because I like Miami. I like the offense. The offense reminds me of just free flow. They get the ball, throw it, and he go run and catch it. But I think that Baltimore basically is the top. They're the team on top in the AFC in the NFL. Again, I'm not that because I'm a Browns fan, but I think that I don't know if they want. I don't know if Baltimore wants to see Cleveland again. Because it's a divisional game. You know each other. You know when you tiptoeing through the house, you hit that crack. You know somebody's in your house. I think that's the issue you have. Um, and all right, Mo. And so I think that it's going to be really interesting about this playoff. I think Baltimore goes about this thing way different than they did the last time when they had the number one seed. So it's gonna be really interesting. I don't see nobody beating San Francisco, to be honest with you. They're saying that San Francisco won't see the Rams again. But being a Rams fan, I don't know. I mean, they got a running game going on right now, but McVay can't beat them. Well, he beat them in the playoffs, but he can't beat them during the regular season. So that might be a different. That's a different scenario. But if I had to pick right now, it would probably be Baltimore and the 49ers again. Hopefully this time the lights don't go out because I never got a chance to see that. I never got a chance to see the fourth quarter of that game anyways. Curry, what's your thoughts on Miami? You think they can make a run or you think they're pretty much done?
Man, I'd be surprised if they win another game.
Okay.
I had high expectations for them, but it's just something about that Tennessee game that I think after that it just kind of unraveled on them.
Yeah, that Tennessee game, that's the game they should have won. That's the game. One of my friends, he gonna tell me his phone got cut off again. I'm like, you just got paid, so I know your phone's on. He won't even answer his phone now. He like the Dolphins and he like the Sixers. And the Sixers on a they're losing right now. They're on 3-game losing streak, I believe.
Also, your new team on Monday.
So, Kerry, I don't know if you know this, right? But I'm no longer a Penn State fan, football wise. I have 4 teams in mind.
Well, I see that, but how are you going to jump off the bandwagon like that?
I can't, man, because I'm gonna tell you why. There's not there, and this is the thing, and it'll be with me for the rest of my life when it comes to college football. But every team that I like has something to do with Afro Americans breaking the color barrier in the sport. The Dodgers, the Rams, the Browns, the Celtics, the Dodgers. All of them got something to do with Black history. Penn State is the only team that I don't have that relationship with because my uncle went there and went to Penn State, and that's why I started liking Penn State. But then I had a classmate of mine that went there and won a national championship in '86. Then we had some kids from my high school to go there, and then we had Michael Parsons go there. So I would sport Michael Parsons jersey, but I will no longer be a Penn State fan. I can't tolerate them losing to Michigan and Ohio State every year, back to back to back. And the conversation I had earlier, I don't know if Richard was online. I had a conversation with a Penn State fan. He's like, "Well, Kev," he said, "Well, keep liking them next year." He said because in actuality, if they played this year, they would probably be in the playoffs this year if it was going next year. I said, yeah. I said, but they would have to play Ohio State and Michigan again, and they're going to probably lose. I said, so I'm tired of seeing them lose to the same teams year in and year out. I can't. Every time I watch Penn State play, I think about Joe Paterno as the coach over there because it's so vanilla. There's nothing. There's no trick plays. There's no halfback pass. It's run through the tackle, 5 yards of dust, throw to the tight end. Throw to the wide receivers every now and then. It's too vanilla for me. And the thing about it is, I don't know why they're saving the quarterback because the quarterback needs to be able to play in a game that he causes them to lose a game or he calls him win the game because they're going to put him in that situation next year, right? Because they think he's going to they think he's a quarterback of the future for them. So why not put him in that situation now so that he gets that feeling of losing to Ohio State because he threw an interception, or losing to Michigan because he tried to run, he fumbled the football. That feeling of knowing that you're the reason why they lost, that burns in your soul. So when you play them again, you said you're gonna say to your team, I'm not gonna let us lose again. He hasn't had that feeling yet because then they haven't allowed him to do that. You get what I'm saying? So
I tell you right now, I'm a North Carolina Tar Heels fan. Ride or die, man. Miami Dolphins, I don't, man. There's been some lean years. It's been a lean year. I'm going to stick with them. Been with them since 1971, and about to change it.
And that's the only thing about it is there is some Black history there for Penn State, but it's not enough for me to stick with them because I just can't keep going through a 10-2 season and everybody think that's okay. That's the same thing as that's same thing as Pittsburgh Steelers fans telling me, well, Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season, but you're satisfied with that? The end result is you want to win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of gets old to me. But I know I posted, I said, there's a team that's moving to another conference. There's a team down south, and there's a team in the Big Ten. And there was a fourth team. I'm trying to think who it was. I know who it was now. I know who it was. So I'm gonna figure this thing out, man. And my heart said one thing. My heart said one thing, but my mind saying something else. So I'm gonna let everybody know going forward. And the thing about it is, I may say I don't like nobody at all. So that's gonna make me even more dangerous because now I ain't got no. I don't have to like nobody. I can talk about everybody's team. They can't say nothing to me about no team.
We don't know the 14. There's a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans, paperwork. I mean, that's everybody knows that. So I know quite a few of them, and we didn't talk about Tomlin's not had a losing season since he's been there. Every one of them that I know personally, to a man or woman, would tell you that they tired of mediocrity.
Exactly.
And what that reminds me of is the Miami Dolphins. Every year they celebrate when all the teams have lost the game. If that's all you got to celebrate, that's your goal. Hey, I get tired of hearing about the Miami Dolphins perfect season. I want something else to celebrate, and I'm sure the Steelers fans feel the same way.
I'm a Browns fan, and I'm tired of hearing him talk about Jim Brown all the time. I'm like, you ever hear Eric Metcalf, Greg Pruitt, Mike Pruitt, Kellen Winslow, all them guys? Like, you ever hear them? Yes.
Why didn't you explain about what Penn State can't do? Reminds me of a team. Was playing Monday, but I can't say because they plead a fifth. But I know very well. I don't know if you know very well. I might try and convince you.
Look, I'm gonna plead the fifth. I'm pleading the fifth. Hey guys, appreciate y'all guys coming on with me tonight. I should be back on Mondays from 7 to 9 now since Monday Night Football is over with. So that'll be our role on Monday nights, man. I appreciate you guys coming on again. I really appreciate you, and you guys have a happy New Year, man, and enjoy the little bit of time you have left because I gotta go back to work tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if you guys have Apple TV, but I watched Hijack. And
that was funny.
And I've been watched that last night, and I'm so sleepy right now. But I'm gonna try to watch. try to stay and watch this basketball game. I'll probably have one eye open, one eye closed. But again, guys, I appreciate you. Oh no! Before I leave, Rich, tell me your scenario on the 49ers. How you think they're gonna end up going?
To the Super Bowl and win it.
Okay.
With Baltimore.
Okay. So we all got Baltimore and 49ers going Super Bowl. Okay. All right.
Hey, 15 seconds.
Go ahead.
I didn't get to mention where I thought Harbaugh was going to go next year.
Where you going?
I don't think he's going anywhere. I think this was a Nick Saban same kind of deal. I think it's a PR. People are putting it out there that he could go somewhere. And he's just up to the end here so that Michigan will just open up another bank for him.
Well, he got a new agent now, so he got Tom Brady's agent, so that might mean something, And,
yeah, the PR, they know how to work the system.
And there was a team in the NFC South, which I think is the New Orleans Saints that want him to come there. So I don't know, man. It's really hard to come from college. Being a head coach in college and being a head coach in the pros is completely different because you got guys making more money than you.
And Harbaugh knows the NFL stands for not for long.
Yeah, he was here for a little while. He left and went to Michigan. I know Richard said he think he might go to Chicago if he's open to come back to the NFL.
I think it's just like Nick Saban. Nick Saban, his people doing that when he was talking about him going somewhere, and then Alabama just kept chucking money at him,
but I think that Nick Saban was never built to the NFL. I think he just went there for the experience. I think he went there with, and this is the thing. Like, if you guys really think about this, Jimmy Johnson is probably the only coach from college that came in and became an instant winner. And when he got in the Ring of Honor in Dallas Cowboys in Lexington, or where's it? Arlington, I think that's where the stadium is.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't he mention Herschel Walker's name? Because if it wasn't for Herschel Walker, he wouldn't have never got all the draft picks he got. He should have mentioned his name for helping him get those Super Bowls and all them draft picks. So I mean, but if you really look back at it though, it's really hard to come from college to the pros because you're the man on campus at college, and when you go to the pros, there's gonna be a lot of no's, and you ask why, because I said so, type of thing. So I think wherever Harbaugh goes, he's gonna have a lot of influence on who comes, who stays.
Yeah.
And like Rich said, that's Washington probably be a perfect place for him too, because I think they will allow him. He probably could be the GM in Washington as well as the head coach.
I think he's real well out of college.
Yeah.
And Jim Harbaugh also did good from college. He went to Super Bowl, he didn't win it, but he went there.
Yeah, and I think, but Pete Carroll, I think that was they were already in the developing stage of winning. I think the front office did a lot for them because if you think about the teams that Seattle took to Super Bowl, they were drafting second and third and fourth round players that they're really paying out to be really good. They did have some first rounders, but not from the second and third like they did second and third and fourth. And Matthew can hear he's on the line. He can contest to that as well too. So some guys come in and do well, and some guys don't. But I just think Nick Saban had his time in Miami, and I think he wasted his time in Miami. I think Miami was not the place for him. I think Miami could have went another direction. I think that put Miami back 5 years by bringing him in as a coach. I ain't like that move at all. I think that was.
And Nick Saban was threatening going back to the NFL. The PR had people thinking he was going to Texas during the time because Texas was really bad.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah.
And so they will make sure that they didn't go to Texas.
All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, man.
I enjoyed it.
All right, you guys have a good evening, and I'll talk to you guys next week.
Yep.
Okay, where we at here?
Thank you for listening to the Just Us Sports Talk Show. You have been entertained in the sports world by K. Dix from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the small city with a large heart, Dana the Header Clark from St. Petersburg, Florida, and Murray E. Baskerville from Gotta Be More Careful, Baltimore, Maryland. Remember, we throw stones and we do live in glass houses. Big-time players make big-time plays and big-time games. Stay ready to be ready. You have been listening to an In the Zone Sports Talk Radio production. Remember, you can hear us again on star107fm.com on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to download the Try99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support.